The biggest benefits of being a member for Leadership Global, I would say, are the connections with the other women. They are stellar. They are creative and thoughtful business leaders, all different kinds of businesses, which helps me to expand my thinking about all the things that I'm trying to do. And with everyone coming from a different perspective, a different industry, different countries, the thought creativity is really helpful. And many years ago, I was involved with the business advancement group within my own sector. And having the opportunity to connect with women on a small business basis or in a leadership board is very, very helpful because it's a confidential setting. I think that's the other thing that separates Leadership Global from other organizations, in that many of the conversations we have, we can be candid, we can be sharing information that we might not share otherwise because it is a trusted environment. I joined Leadership Global back several months ago because I wanted to learn more, actually primarily network with a lot of other people who were in my, not necessarily my industry, but who might have been in my target market for growing my own business. And what I learned is that, yes, they're here and it's a benefit to me. I also learned that their insight and connections really help me to think through the ways in which I'm doing the work that I'm doing. Another big reason that I joined was the resources that are available to members, not only from the podcast opportunities, information available on the website that are easy to download, or participation in any of the expert conversations that we're having, but it's just the depth of knowledge and opportunity to connect with people and to learn from them. So the experiences that Leadership Global has given me that have had the biggest impact, I would have to say, are the leadership boards that I'm on, and the Coaches Corner, and the roundtable discussions. Coaches Corner has really got me thinking because a couple of people who participated really gave such insight and advice on how to think differently and creatively. And I'm thinking of one particular person who participated in some of the different Coaches Corner discussions, roundtable discussions, and her insight and her ability to basically say, language is really important, and this is what I'm hearing you say, and that doesn't necessarily jive with what you're doing. So having that, not confrontational, but really caring feedback was very helpful to me. And I think that that's part of that happened, I think, within 2 to 3 months of my joining. And I realized, okay, this is really why I'm joining. This is really the big benefit, because you don't get that in other networking groups, and you don't get that in other women's business groups unless you're face-to-face or sitting around a conference table. And given all the things that have been going on since 2020, that's not always possible. And having the opportunity to connect with people who are far enough away from me physically gives me the opportunity to really connect with them in a way that I never would have otherwise. And it's such a benefit to meet them. So I think that if new people are considering Leadership Global as a member, to join as a member, that the best way to jump right in is to really jump right in and to be vulnerable and open and recognize that the people who are around the table were new at one point in time, and they figured out how to make it work for them, and they jumped right in. So it's important to be able to know yourself and to be able to sit down and say, okay, this is really what I need from this group of people, and this is what I want them to give to me. And to be very upfront and clear about it, because you'll get it. And you'll get it in a way that is caring, honest, and professional and respectful, which is, but also loving and appreciative. I think hearing about a lot of the financial issues with regard to scaling a business and all of the other things that need to be done, the opportunities to learn about different ways of structuring and thinking about your business, thinking about how you want to manage employees or hire them. And then some of there have been a couple of people who've talked about some tax issues with regard to getting your business structured. So all of those have been very helpful. I also really enjoy the more emotional conversations that we have, where we talk about, okay, we have to take care of ourselves. We may be business owners, business leaders, but we're still people that have to take care of ourselves, and we can't take care of others or provide for others if we're not taking care of ourselves first. So those have been very helpful. So it's a real cross-section of opportunities for learning and engaging, from the hardcore business to the more soft side of business, which are in many ways just as important. If I could advise someone about Leadership Global, I would talk about the fact that the connections among people there are real. This is not some place where you're going to come and just network and share a business card and have a short conversation. This is an opportunity for people to really engage and to learn about each other and to learn what support they need and find out ways in which we can support each other. So it's a real conversation. So I would encourage people to consider that as they are thinking about which groups that they're going to join and get engaged with.